Hey, how you doing? This is Dr. Ed Gray, Commiss Radio Show. Getting ready to go into the studio for a bit, but before I did that, I wanted to go ahead and spend a couple of minutes to talk to you about a post I did earlier today on my personal page. My personal page is really my political page, not to be confused with the Ed Gray political page, which is really my political page, and also the Ed Gray Black History page, and last but not least, the Commiss Radio Show page. Got all those out. What a day. 3,000 people viewed my earlier post in which I said Talarico should not have made an endorsement in the Colin Allred, Julie Johnson runoff. Now I know right now you probably have already voted, and I know I have. I've already voted, so I've already done that. So that being said, I just wanted to spend time to thank all of those who went out and voted, and for those people who went out and voted, God bless you, and God bless your votes as well. For those who have not voted, you will pretty well know who you're going to vote for already. So I know my post earlier today did not have it did not have what some people thought was intended. I didn't intend for it to change the election at all, because it's not going to change the election at all. This is just basically how endorsements normally are. People have come on the Commiss Radio Show page and also on the show itself asking for an endorsement, and very rarely do I give an endorsement. I've had Republicans and Democrats both to come on the show. Don't give an endorsement. We want to make sure that your message comes across the airwaves. So therefore, that's what we do. We do exactly that. So we are fair about it. We don't cut nobody off. You disagree with me? Okay, disagree with me. We're good. That's what we do. Now, when it came to my post earlier, I'm not doubling down, because I don't do that. Doubling down is for that other guy. I cited what I know from personal experience when to make an endorsement. Now, check this out. Somebody posted, they said, well, Ed, he can go ahead and endorse who he want to endorse. I said, well, sure, Talarico can endorse who he want to endorse. He endorsed Johnson. Not a problem with that. What I was stating was the most obvious, that you don't endorse in a contentious political battle that could possibly cost you votes. And this could possibly cost you votes. So you vote for Johnson. Someone wants Allred to win. The person wants Allred to win. They don't like you. They don't vote for you, or they may not contribute to your campaign. You don't need all that. What you need is everybody to be in the tent. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell my age. It was back in the day that I heard that Lyndon Johnson, President Lyndon Johnson, not the freeway, but Lyndon Johnson once said, I'd rather have a man pissing in the tent going out than pissing outside of the tent going in. Well, that being said, what he meant basically is you have them on your side and let the winds blow where they have to blow at. So therefore, that being said, don't aggravate nobody. Now, when I posted it, some people became aggravated because they say you're stirring up sour grapes. Not stirring up sour grapes. Sour grapes we're Democrats. Come on. The Democratic Party is always fighting. Always fighting. The first political campaign that I remember being involved in was the Democratic Party, when you had someone by the name of Teddy Kennedy who was running against Jimmy Carter. That's a long time ago. Talarico, Allred, and Julie Johnson is nothing compared to that. But now when I look at this whole deal of it, I'm just consistently reminded of Political Science 101. Political Science 101 says, you don't endorse if you don't have to. And if you do endorse, remember you get and receive 50% of the people who you endorse, their supporters, and 100% of your person that you endorse, the people who oppose it. So endorsements only net you 50%. 50% of their friends, 100% of their enemies. So that's what you get. That's what you get. So that is what you will get if you ask for endorsement. So let's just say John asked for my endorsement. Well, 50% of the people who like me say, well, I'll go ahead and I'll vote for John. But 100% of the people who hate me will say, hell no, I ain't voting for you. You like Ed. That's the way politics is. So that's what I was saying with Talarico. He just shouldn't have did anything until after the election was over with, the runoff election was over with, and then he gets up and say, well, you know, I think we need to go ahead and stick as Democrats, and, you know, that same song that you're going to hear in June at the convention. And we're all in this together, and we're all going to beat, insert the name of the candidate you want to beat, and we march on to victory in November. You know, that's what happens. That's what's supposed to happen. But when you have coattails that don't exist yet, don't let nobody ride it. He is not the standard bearer of the party yet. When he becomes a standard bearer of the party, then he can make all the endorsements at any damn time he wants to. Now, as I go to a close, because I got somewhere else to go, trust me, I do. I just don't sit around just making videos all day long. I love to do that, but I'm not. But that being said, I remember when I was running for office, and I was running for a local office. And I'm going to tell my age again. I was running for a local office in Arlington, Texas. I was running for school board. This is before we had all these people who ran for school board and got on the school board before. At that time, the only people who had ran for elected office in Arlington was myself, L.Z. Odom, Michael Glaspie, and Ruby Woolridge. Those were the 4 people who actually ran for office in Arlington at this time. So I was one of those 4 people. And I was at Mount Olive Baptist Church, where I attended church at that time. And on the pulpit with me, in the pulpit with me, was Congressman Martin Frost. Martin Frost was there. Martin Frost was one of the high-level people in the Democratic Party and in the Democratic caucus at that time in Washington, D.C. So I'm there with Martin Frost, and Martin Frost says to me, while we're there, he said, I'm about to endorse you. I said, why would you endorse me? I mean, I'm running for school board. I mean, you don't need to make an endorsement like this, because I know politics. You don't need to make an endorsement. He said, I know politics too, and I know what I see. And he glanced out. Mount Olive was full, had all these black voters. And he said, I'm getting ready to make an endorsement on your behalf. Because he knew endorsing me at Mount Olive could get him a lot of people from Mount Olive that were already going to vote for him anyway, to continue to vote for him. And it would endear him to those voters. Play into your audience, folks. A good politician plays to the audience. Like it or not, show business, isn't it? That being said, I stand by what I said. Don't make an endorsement unless you have to. See you guys later. Take care.